and welcome to The Corner. I'm the Frosted Glass, and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages, Jack Gunsky.
Johnny, get your nigga ass in here.
Moonshock.
Wow, I can't follow anything that good. So, hello.
He can't even.
I can't even.
Terry Diamantis.
I'd like to apologize for Jack's racism. He only said that because Johnny's a black cat.
Oh,
That's true. Yeah, and this week's special guest is Johnny Hellcat, but he's running a little late, so he's not quite here yet.
fail.
Lame.
Lame. But we'll have to just start without him. And
Yeah.
we'll start by looking at a question that, everybody has to ask themselves at one point or another.
Oh dear God.
And that question is, which of my white male friends will shoot people first?
Oh my.
Ooh.
I already hate this fucking article. Okay.
My money's on Jack. He's a bit angry. He's a bit of an angry person.
Oh
No. I'm the person you'd most suspect. You go for the person you least suspect.
Oh, is that supposed to be a skinhead holding a shot?
Yes.
It's
Probably.
because all white people are skinheads, right?
Yeah. And they all wear
Okay.
MAGA hats.
Yeah.
Got it. And this is Michael.
Audience, a little game for you. Give us who you think is the most likely to shoot people first on the corner.
See, I use all my sadism here. I don't need to. Yeah, they just searched, white man with gun on the stock photo website.
Oh, according to his profile on Medium, he's an expert pancake eater.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, and he's also known as Mike Dynamo.
In his own mind, I'm sure.
Johnny wants there to be a poll for this.
Kyler says, me.
Oh, the FBI has a lot of fun with this stream, don't they?
All right, I'm making a poll in the chat. Let's see.
Just for the record, our FBI guy, Brian, if you're out there, give us an address so I can send you a Christmas card, will ya?
Oh, does anybody want to see what this idiot looks like? I will put a link right into chat right now. There you go. That's what this awesome guy looks like. He's culturally appropriating white people hair because he has it. He has blonde hair, but he's a black man. So, who will snap first?
I'm gonna go with Moon.
Well, Jack's in the lead.
Hey, look at that! I'm kicking ass.
Oh yeah, Jack will definitely snap first.
But, I mean, I actually enjoy all the cancer in this stream, so why would I want to shoot anyone? I'm having fun.
Well, this guy has got such a shit-eating grin on his face. He's just got a very punchable face. So
right.
Yeah, let's hear about how many white people want to shoot first, just because they're white.
This article was written in March, just after the spa shooting. So, just context. After Atlanta yesterday, where 8 people were murdered, with six of them were being Asian women working at different massage parlors.
Because grammar.
And that's the end of the sentence.
Oh, that's okay though. He has a lowercase I instead of a capital. Who the fuck edits these things? See, I will be the person loses my fucking mind first because this goddamn editing is so horrible.
And what on earth makes you think there's an editor involved?
Yeah.
It's Medium.
At least reread the shit that you're writing and
maybe the editor snapped and shot people.
There you go.
I just like how Frosty was like, "That's the end of the sentence. That's it. There's nothing else beyond this."
Yeah, it's like after one.
I don't know what to say now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the first half of a sentence and then just a period.
Yeah, as long as that is still considered a sentence fragment because there is no point that this idiot's trying to make.
Yeah, it's simultaneously a fragment and a run-on.
Oh God.
I wish I could say I wasn't used to it. That rather than think about this one, I can't help but wonder more about the next one. I wonder when it will be a white man I personally know firing the gun into marginalized people.
But you're black. You shouldn't know any white people because white people are the devil.
Yeah. True.
When my old friend opens fire on several people with a different background, will I think it's my fault somehow? Will I assume I should have done more or hung out more often so he could see that everything he heard on Tucker Carlson isn't true?
No,
What
you'll
would you
write
say?
you'll write a self-righteous Medium article explaining how right you were, and you'll feel nothing about your friend whatsoever because you're a psychopath.
And should we append this paragraph with another question that says, "Will I be a bit surprised and conveniently not say anything when I find out it was a black person that I know that killed somebody?"
That never happens, Moon.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. The only people that kill black people are whites, right? Got it. Mhm.
The only people who kill anybody are white people.
Yes, of course, of course, of course.
And Planned Parenthood, but whatever.
Oh, and Jack, you have a question in chat. What is Jack snapping from this time? It's Devil Fruit Zero says.
Maybe I should have taken those conservative or conspiratorial rants more seriously. Rather than deciding not to talk politics with him anymore, I should have engaged with him every time he said something I felt was rhetorically dangerous.
Rhetorically dangerous. Why does everything they say sound simultaneously Orwellian and pussy-like? It's just total pussy-ass behavior. Why does everything they say sound like both those things? I don't get it.
Because it is both those things.
Because to be Orwellian, you have to be a pussy.
Mm.
Because you don't allow other opinions.
Yep.
Well, they could be rhetorically dangerous, Frosted.
That's right. Maybe it would have been better instead to use that as the reason we couldn't be friends anymore. Being apolitical is a privilege, and not one for anyone with my skin tone.
Then maybe you should be rhetorically black.
What will I say to the police when they ask me questions about why he did it? Should I go deep into how things changed a few years before he voted for Donald Trump? When he'd feed me right-wing talk. When he'd
Wait. He voted for Donald Trump. Oh my God. He voted for Donald Trump.
That son of a bitch.
He voted.
Easy, Jack.
And you're asking why people think you'll snap. When he'd feed me right-wing talking points I didn't have the political knowledge to dismantle. Maybe I should just tell...
So you just admitted that you're an idiot.
And still don't, most likely.
No. He's talking about the Jackbox game. He just hasn't gotten used to how it works yet.
Yes, of course.
Imagine saying that sentence out loud and not thinking to yourself, my God, I'm an idiot.
Maybe I should just tell them to read the manifesto he left and pretend I don't know him.
Yes, because every white person that kills black people leaves manifestos.
What about when his family wants answers? Would they even reach out to me? Should I go with my first impulse and be kind? I could tell them about the love we all felt for him and how he just lost his way. Or should I ask them what they think the Nazis at the beer hall are doing right now, seeing their son's face on the news?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The Nazis at the beer hall?
Wow.
What?
A few were in the military with him. A few were active on the police force. A couple probably even gave him the idea in their back-channel chats. When they use passive language to avoid implicating him directly in the hate crime murders he committed and say he was having a bad day, it's really those other white men they're protecting.
Yes, because bad days are when we want to go out and kill black people.
I love how all of these are theoretical bits about a friend that he probably doesn't even have.
No, but what I want to know is how can you have a bad day if you're shooting black people?
Well, obviously,
Jesus
Ugh.
Christ.
obviously they might have been half Asian. So yeah, so you're not
Kind
shooting.
of ruins it
complete-
then. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're not shooting a 100% black person, so that's a
Yeah.
bad day.
And
Fair
of course,
enough.
they're still going with the bad day lie, where they say, where they say, oh, the cops excused the shooting by saying the guy just had a bad day. Meanwhile, they were actually just quoting what the guy said.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Well, first of all, hold on a second before you go any further. Where the hell is our guest? He's in chat. Why isn't he here with us?
You said he had to reboot again.
Well, he's obviously still in chat.
He might be on
Lame.
his phone. He
Yeah,
might
he
be
could be
using
on a
his
phone.
phone to talk in chat.
Ah, okay. Just saying.
Actually, I Thanook, it might be my fault.
You Fanook?
I Fanook.
I Thanook.
Because spelling is hard. I failed spelling in first grade, and I haven't been able to get over it yet.
Maybe the fact that these people are bad at spelling explains the reason why they're so morally bereft. Like idiocy begets idiocy or something.
Like leaving out a word or something is bad enough, but in this case, it would be underlined with a red squiggly line in Word. You know?
Isn't like thnick the sound that Spider-Man makes when he shoots his web out of his hand? Isn't that
No.
some?
No,
No,
that's
it's Fanook.
thwip.
Oh, boing thwip.
Just like
Okay.
when Wolverine sticks his
Oh, that's
claws
like
out,
snick.
it's snicked.
Isn't it? Yeah, snicked. But snicked is.
Also, these people claim to have like this sort of weird moral superiority, but this kind of person goes around thinking about
No, not
all
thinking, snicking.
Snicking.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
snicking.
This person goes around finicking all day about how much better he is than his friend who is surely a psychopathic murderer. If that's morality to you, to go around being conceited and thinking everybody else is like Hitler except for you, you have a problem. And
Yeah, it's all the Hitlers out there.
yeah,
It's all those Nazis at the beer halls.
you don't
Exactly.
have any sort of moral superiority. You're just an asshole, frankly. That's all there is to it. You're just a straight up asshole, and
Why they've got to be
This-
straight.
this moral superiority thing you're trying to shove on us is bullshit.
Well,
So get the fuck over yourself.
well,
buddy.
he's clearly not snicking straight, so or even crooked for that matter. So
Yeah.
This next sentence is a real no shit. I believe in the strength of the community and don't believe much in personal responsibility.
That is true. That is observably true.
It has to be my fault too. I should have stepped in and done something when I found out he was abusing his girlfriends.
What? Girlfriends? Is this guy now a polygamist too?
So
None of this has happened.
Apparently, arguing with someone's political thoughts is just as important as stopping someone from beating their girlfriend.
Yes.
Cool friends.
Yes, girlfriends, plural.
Also, just stopping someone from beating their girlfriends is just, like the most basic thing you should do, and you're kind of a piece of shit if you don't stop it.
Oh, and remember, it's only white people that commit domestic violence too.
True.
Yeah. I mean, mostly lesbians, but whatever. All right.
No. Hate fact.
All they want to do is munch the carpets. Come on, leave them alone.
Mhm.
What about turning him in or separating myself from him when he was implicated in that date rape in high school? Like,
Well,
Wow.
who are
what
these
is
people you
separating
hang out
yourself-
with?
No shit.
So what is separating yourself from the guy going to do to actually fix the problem? I mean, it's one thing. Okay, you sexually assault people. I don't want to be a friend. How about also telling the police that he's sexually assaulting people?
Well, not to mention the fact this guy's only pointing out all the bad things. What kind of solutions are you gonna have here, dickhead? You're just like, look at this. He's a Nazi in a beer hall. He's beating girlfriends, or he's a date raper. What are you gonna do about it?
The solution is to make being white illegal.
Oh yes.
Our guest says, I know he believes in Medicare for all, but that backhand, though.
Let's see. That's always the most common sign, of course. Men who hurt their domestic partners are much more likely to shoot defenseless groups of people unaware they're even coming.
Oh, so politically correct with domestic partners. Wow, way to go, buddy. I think you're on the right track.
No, he says domestic partners because he doesn't want to bring up the fact that the most common domestic dispute proportionally is from lesbians. Just saying. Just saying.
Those are hate facts, Jack. Stop it.
Yeah. No bringing up of statistics unless they support the narrative that we're trying to push. You know the rules, Jack.
Yes.
Then again, I'm just some black guy. No, you're not. He's
Oh,
a
wait,
YouTuber.
Derek is writing this?
Yeah.
He's just some black guy. He's some random black guy off the street.
I'm sorry to tell you this Medium article, but I am far more entertained by you than I've ever been by Derek.
Fair point.
What can I really do to a white man with a gun other than get shot? If
Well, you
not
should
by
try that first and see if that does anything.
Well, why? And he's always implying that every white man's got a gun on him. So it's like, oh my god, if I piss off this white guy, he's gonna shoot me. Yeah, well, I got news for you. Not all of us carry guns. But wait, again, hate fact. My bad. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
if not by my friend, then definitely by the police. Since this doesn't seem like a problem I can help solve before it happens, then maybe my friend can let me know which otherized community he hates the most, so that I can prepare to send flowers to their places of worship and launch a GoFundMe for the victims' families. In fact, I'm confident fighting about it with me will make no difference at all. Maybe you need another white man to talk to you, and if that doesn't work, then I guess we just wait. So which one of you will it be?
First of all, nobody cares, and second of all, leave him alone. If you consider him as so dangerous, then stay the fuck away from him. Nobody's forcing you to go and negotiate with this guy out of date rape or killing. Oh yeah, comment time, baby. The only comment too. You hang out with such dangerous white people. Like perhaps the problem is you. I love Frosted's comments.
All right. Well, with the end of the first article comes the first game.
Oh, yes.
And that game, of course, is Sad Libs.
My favorite.
Where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out one word, and you guys fill in that one word Mad Lib style. And then the chat votes on which one is the best. Yeah, well, we'll have to wait for our guest to finish, but we can start, I suppose. Jack, I need a thing.
Kamala Harris. She's the most thing person I know.
Oh, just in time.
Yeah, good eye.
Yay.
Hi, Johnny.
Yummy, yum, yum.
So how are those blankets anyway?
They are not working out in anyone's favor.
Can't really hear you.
You need to mute the stream in the background. I think we can hear it over you.
Yeah. Get that out of there.
You're also very quiet.
Yeah.
Very quiet indeed.
Eat that microphone, dude. Eat it.
Too
quiet.
All right, how's this?
Ooh, very
You
fuzzy.
sound weird now.
Sound distorted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue then.
Yeah. All right, Moon, I need a verb ending in ing.
Date raping. Or should I just say raping?
Just pick one.
Let's just go with raping.
All right. Terry, I need living thing plural.
I was actually going to go date rapists, but Moon kind of stole that from me. So I'll just
Way to go, Moonshock.
Thank you.
I'll just go with the classic niggers.
Rated PG-13.
Oh God, no.
Rob Schneider, derpty derp.
Oh.
All right. And Johnny, I need another living thing plural.
It's a living thing.
Shut up.
Somebody shoot Jack.
I'll go with the. It's kind of a play on Terry, so I'll go with darkies.
Darkies.
There you go.
You could have said like war drums or stuff like that.
Well, war drums aren't living. So
Oh,
true.
well, that's true.
Moon doesn't know that.
I thought when you said you were going to build off mine, you were going to say prairie niggers because as I was saying
I didn't
before,
want to take exactly from yours. I just wanted to go kind of
That-
from yours.
that is my favorite racial slur ever. Out of all the ones I've heard, prairie niggers is just hilarious to me.
I don't know. Alabaster Savage?
Oh, I like that.
I like Alabaster Savage a lot, but prairie nigger just cracks me up.
All right. So Jax is being moderate just means sitting on the Kamala Harris.
What?
All right. And Moon's. Oh. How raping helps me distance myself from a racist world.
Moonshock
Wow.
wins. Moonshock wins.
Well played.
Wow.
And Terry's. Niggers are the new terror threat.
I mean,
Wow.
am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Ah, God. All right. Son approves. All right. And Johnny's. Women are twice as likely to be diagnosed with PTSD as darkies.
I'm gonna win this one. I think Terry might take this one.
All right. And I'll start the poll for the chat. Instructions on how to vote are up on the screen.
Kyler says, sitting on Kamala, I suppose she's good at rimming too.
Oh yes.
And I suppose I'll end the who will snap first poll.
Mhm.
Oh,
Jack is the
raping
clear
helps
winner.
myself from a
Yeah.
racist world.
See, I think you guys think too small, but that's just me.
Oh, Jack wins the who will snap first one.
Yeah, by a mile.
59%.
Oh yeah.
Wow, looks like I'm pulling ahead on this one.
Well, like I said, as soon as I read your one, then I was like, okay, you win.
All right.
Check your logic says, I don't like any of these.
Well, then vote T. Terrible.
Whatever.
T, for time to leave?
There you go.
I love that episode. All right. And the winner is Moonshock.
Oh yeah. Because raping helps me distance myself from a racist world.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
helps
rape
you get
is
away from all the niggers who are the terror threat.
rape is the only alternative.
Yeah.
All right. And time for our second article.
No.
Why I call my wife my partner.
Oh, God.
Because she is your partner? I mean, that seems like the obvious.
Matthew Maniaci. I'm looking this fucker up.
Language
Love
matters.
is love. Okay, so he's a pedophile.
I cringed just seeing that image.
No, I just think that maybe they both own a business together. They're business partners. That could be it.
Love is my business.
Oh
See,
God.
how does anyone say love is love anymore without seriously? It's pedophile talk.
It's not only pedophile talk, it's bestiality talk. I
Okay.
mean,
It's the ones that say age is nothing but a number.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's a link in the chat to what this guy looks like. Damn.
yeah, I mean, if love is love, then you can just say, no, Cenk just really loved that horse. Who are you to stand in the way of true love? I mean,
And Chris Chan just really loved his mother.
Exactly.
Oh, this guy at age 12 began feeling suicidal.
This guy absolutely loved his restraining order from this elementary school.
If you've read some of my articles, particularly the ones about my wife, you will see that I refer to her as my partner or spouse more often than as my wife. This is intentional, and it's not because I don't like her. I believe that the
Yeah,
language...
I think he's protesting a bit too much there.
Oh, Jesus.
I promise, honey, it's not that I don't like you.
This guy is like seriously priding himself on having a mental illness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, he does write for Medium, so yeah.
I believe that the language we use in life matters. As someone who studied writing in college and who writes for a job, I think this should go without saying. And as the world learns more about the spectrum of gender and sexuality, the language we use to identify each other becomes much more important than it was in the past.
You know, every time I hear the whole gender spectrum, I think of like SpongeBob when he puts his hands together and he makes a rainbow.
Imagination.
You know, I gotta say, Scribe and Cochrane have both misused their English degrees. If this is what you can get out of it,
Yeah, true.
Scribe could probably write for Medium if he like had no soul.
I mean, you definitely could, Frosted. I would love to see you write an article for Medium.
Spudgun says,
I think-
he's married to a trans, isn't he?
I think that is it James Damore or whatever? Remember the guy who wrote the academic
manifesto?
papers about the conceptual penis and
That was
dog
James
part?
Lindsay.
James Lindsay. Yeah, James Damore was the Google guy. That's right.
God.
What more people should follow that example, honestly, because it's such a little thing, but it tears such a massive fucking hole in their entire ideology that other people can just make shit up off the fly or borrow from obscenely horrible sources and sell it to academics.
Well, my
With
favorite thing
no-
about that whole thing is he took Mein Kampf and just replaced some of the words with SJW buzzwords, and they
Yeah.
accepted that one as a academic paper.
Exactly.
Wow.
If there are any people with a brain left in like serious fields, they should be
Nice.
milking that for all it's worth. That's incredible. Imagine being able to go out and just write these little articles, submit it, claim that they're legitimate, but they have no peer reviewing and they get published.
Yeah, here's my paper. I call it On the Masculine Question.
I mean, the thing is, people remember a few years back, people would read articles like this and they would get criticized for it being low-hanging fruit. But the same insanity that goes into Medium every day is the exact same kind of insanity that goes on at the institutional level. If you can criticize these people with any sort of legitimacy, you can do the same thing to the institutional people.
Pronouns have received a lot of press recently. Everyone has them, whether they want to admit it or not, and respecting them shouldn't be controversial. They, them can and should be used as singular pronouns, and if you disagree, stop and think of how you refer to someone whose gender you don't know.
That's very easy. I'll know somebody's gender just by looking at them.
No.
I
No,
found his wife.
they are correct. If I bumped into someone and they dropped their wallet because I didn't get a look at their face. I don't know if I bumped into a man or a woman.
I feel like I gave it back to them too. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
I
still,
found his wife.
well, I think, but this guy is talking about the completely wrong context.
Oh yeah. No, but what they're
Wait.
trying to do is they're trying to conflate the legitimate use of
What
they
the
as a
Fuck is that?
singular
Wait,
with
is
I
that
looked
the
up his wife.
is that the old lady who like comes out of the bathtub in The Shining?
Oh God, that was horrible.
No, but what this author is trying to do is conflate the legitimate use of they as a singular with the bullshit of identifying as they them pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Also, if you attempt to use the I identify as an attack helicopter argument as a way of telling me I'm wrong, I will laugh at your stupidity and then ignore such an idiotic point.
Because you
So
can't
you-
refute it.
Yeah, you can't refute it. That's what they always do, is they can't refute these points, and so just ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist.
Oh.
The point I'm trying to make in all of this is that gender is not binary. Sexuality comes in many flavors. That's an interesting way to put it. And none of it should be assumed. If you see
Well, I think
someone,
they're just inspired by the Bill Nye ice cream cartoon.
See,
That's why they
yep.
come many.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Me
I'm
too.
vanilla. I'm chocolate. I have got nuts. I don't have nuts. I'm chocolate.
Ugh.
Apparently, this guy loves his sex junk.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
If you see someone with a wedding band, you can't assume that they are married to someone of the opposite gender to their appearance. They may be a straight man married to a.
Sorry.
They may
Sorry,
be.
the dog just barks when it hears bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Oh
wait, I'm sorry. No, yes, they do.
Yeah. They may be a straight man married to a straight woman, sure. But they may also be a gay man married to a bisexual man, or a trans man married to a straight woman, or any number of other relationship setups.
They might be, but let's play the odds here.
Yeah. You can't assume who someone's partner is based on looks alone, nor can you assume someone's gender identity or pronouns.
Yeah, you can only do that like 99% of the time, but every 1% of the time, you're a bigot.
No, 99. I think it's a lot higher than that. I think you're talking 99.999% of the time you'll be right. It's a vanishingly small number of people who are legitimately trans.
Isn't a trans man married to a straight woman? Doesn't that make them lesbians?
Yeah. No, a trans man is a man. You've got to realize.
No. Sorry, but no.
Let's see. As such, using gender-neutral terms like partner and spouse has become important when dealing with people you are unfamiliar with. Like your wife, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So why do I, a straight cis male in a heteronormative relationship, use the term partner to refer to my wife? The answer is
somebody married that ugly motherfucking neckbeard piece of shit. Whatever.
Are you talking about the guy or the wife?
Yes. Yes, he is.
That's the answer. Yes.
The answer is simple. It normalizes it.
Oh.
How dare something that happens the vast majority of the time be considered normal?
Yeah, this is when it says it normalizes. This is when you want to hear that the audience go, ah, like that shocked reaction you would get out of an audience.
How dare something that's normal be considered normal?
Whether anyone wants it or not, we are moving into a world where there is more than just the gender binary, where relationships can be more than just a man and a woman, and marriages can be more than just a husband and a wife. Spouses can be of any gender or none at all.
Incorrect.
Yummy, yummy, yum, yum.
Soundboard.
That was the perfect little non sequitur right there.
Assuming
that
that's
did not go where I was planning on doing so.
yeah, you got me. Assuming that someone's partner falls into the gender binary is outdated. And while I may be in a heteronormative relationship where I can use the term wife.
How dare he be in a heterosexual relationship? That is so disgustingly homophobic.
I can't even believe he allows himself to live.
I can't even. I choose not to as a way of reminding people that relationships no longer fall into a gender binary anymore. Sure, mine does, but so many people have relationships that I feel compelled to support them by changing the language I use in my own relationship.
So many people, like 3 of them.
As far as I'm concerned, it's just basic allyship. It's such a simple thing that I can do to support my LGBTQIA plus friends that I would be remiss not to do it. LGBTQIA plus.
Look, but the Kia.
It's
Little bit here.
just a minor correction. It's not allyship, it's bullshit.
Well, I see an open-ended equation right there. I'm waiting for the other part of the equation when I see that. What's LGBTQIA plus what? What's the
No.
second part of the equation there?
Plus
Solve
friends.
Solve
Plus
for
friends.
X.
No, it's libid queer plus friends. So I don't know what that equals, so that I don't give the second half of the equation.
LGBTQIA. Is it ironic that queer sounds like the way that somebody from Boston would say queer? That's queer.
Changing how I refer to my partner takes such minimal energy that it is effortless, and if I had the opportunity to support my friends with no effort on my part, I'd be a jerk not to.
You're already a jerk anyway, so why should we care?
The world is changing, and the way we define relationships as a culture is changing along with it. There is no point anymore in complaining about pronouns or gender identity, and any attempts to shove queer folks back into the closet is a losing battle.
False.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it's
Do you
spelled.
think he drives a Volkswagen?
Oh my god, I'm reading forward into the next paragraph. I definitely hate this motherfucker, and I will tell you why as soon as we get there.
So
The
I think in the interest of politeness, instead of saying motherfucker, just say Christian.
The old ways of suppression and denial are dying. Fighting against it is pointless. Either get on board or be left behind. I choose to support my LGBTQIA plus friends, and I support normalizing the change towards a more inclusive language. I am a writer.
I support. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I support the normals too.
I am a writer, and as such, I understand that English is a living language. The way we use language shifts over time, whether it's a new word, and I'm a big fan of the word yeet.
No, that is not a fucking word.
We don't know how he feels about and I oop or chile, or the normalizing
It's so retarded.
or the normalizing of an existing word, they as a singular pronoun and its hundreds of years of history. Today's
I wonder if this dude actually enjoys getting a dildo up the ass.
Yes,
He's
he
probably
does.
one of those fucking freakazoids that are like, "Hey, I'll do you, but you gotta fuck me up the ass first."
He likes to watch his wife do it with another man.
Yeah,
well, he's
definitely.
not into getting a dildo up the ass, but he wants to normalize it to help his friends. Today's English is not the same as the English of a century ago, or even a decade ago.
Yes, because you're because you're inventing all these stupid fucking words like yeet and those other goddamn things like folks and latinx and shit like that. It's just learn the fucking language or just go somewhere
No,
else.
Yeah, that's
I legit don't understand some YouTube videos because they use new words that I guess they're like popular slang in their area, but like they mean nothing to me. It's like someone was talking about this character has no drip. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No,
I have
And then-
no idea.
No, you're a drip.
No, but apparently drip is the new way of saying like style or visual flair or something like that. And so like, how is
Just sounds
anyone meant to
stupid.
connect those two concepts?
Drip is an old term. It was used like back in the 50s. They just
Yeah, like as
resurrected it.
As like an insult, but not as what Terry described.
Oh, good point. Yeah, but reinventing this shit? No, it's fucking stupid.
Language, like culture, and like everything else, changes over time. Trying to fight that change is pointless and takes much more energy than simply going with the flow. So as
God
we move
forbid you expend energy.
It's the variation of swag,
up
which in
swag.
itself deserves a brick to the side of the head.
I'm gonna try and turn Johnny up. He's pretty quiet.
Turn it up.
Someone's trying to smother him with
Turn
a
my
mic.
headphones up.
Yeah, try that.
All right, how about now?
Nope. I'm afraid you're gonna have to yell.
Try now.
Okay, how about now?
Oh yeah.
That's better.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if there's something wrong with your microphone or if you got the wrong one hooked up or something.
No, it should be the one that's in front of me. Let's see here.
Well, didn't you have the same problem yesterday for Minions?
Yep.
Or no, wait, that was Sanguine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No.
no,
Sanguine's
mine-
problem was that none of like. Oh yeah, but he had the wrong microphone. There's the Sanguine's problem.
Let me try that. How about that?
No,
That's
that's much
much
better. Now you got to turn him down.
But Sanguine's the Google Hangout detected the wrong mic, and that's why he sounded like he was shouting across the room.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's see.
but no,
So
it's a derivative of the word swag.
Man,
Which-
that's
which-
another
which-
dumb word.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
You deserve to be hit in the head by a brick for saying it.
So as we move towards a more progressive use of the language, I plan to move along with it. It's the least I can do to support my friends. I'm sure my partner would agree.
Bye.
I'm sure my partner would agree. You didn't ask her before you started doing this?
Yeah, you're just implying, you fucking bastard.
Like, I can't imagine a woman like being flattered by just being called partner.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm your partner. Thank you so much.
I would feel insulted.
Later, buddy.
Yeah,
This is my partner. Like, no,
just-
you're fucking stupid.
it just sounds so sterile, like it's a business agreement or something.
Yeah.
Wait. I'll see you later, friend.
Best buddy.
Don't ever say that again.
My pal.
And I just want to point out that Google is so Anglophobic that when I spelled jail the correct way, the English way, it said it was a misspelling and underlined it in red. That is disgraceful.
What's the English way of spelling it?
With an E at the end.
G-A-O-L. G-A-O-L.
You spell it with a G?
G-A-L-L?
Yeah,
I've
G-A-O-L.
I've never seen the word
G-A-L-L is gall.
No. G-A-O-L. It's in chat.
Oh, okay. G-A-O-L. Got it.
Jail.
That's not how you spell jail. It's J-A-I-L.
That's how you misspell the word goal.
Well, that's how you Americans buggered up the spelling of the word jail, yes.
Hey, we took language, or we took English and we improved it.
Incorrect.
I'll give you zebra. but
No,
fuck that word.
I'm being told that JAOL is a popular misspelling by the English.
Well, then whoever told you that is also incorrect.
All right. Well, now it's time for the second game, which is for the chat only. And that is
The first bark, Moonshock's dog sounded almost like a submarine blip.
everybody
Second
use
one's
dogs
telling
who
you
use
off.
sonar.
Yes.
And that game is the Caption Contest, where I show a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. So, let's see. This week's photo is good old Governor Newsom hanging out with Kamala Harris.
Oh God, the gruesome twosome.
Well,
Oh my! What the hell is that face?
I don't know. I just, it looks like Kamala Harris is about to like breathe fire Godzilla style.
You know what he looks like? What's the name of that show with the robot guy who has the weird background and he's on the TV? And
Max
Oh, Max
Headroom?
Headroom.
yeah, he looks almost like Max Headroom.
So I would say
Wait,
I would say Matthew.
I think
Matthew
I think it looks like
McConaughey.
he's saying,
Yeah.
I'm so big Kamala can't close her mouth anymore.
It was just a rim job. It was a
It was a rim job. It was a rim job.
Yeah, Caponi says the same thing. Newsom looks like Max Headroom.
Yeah.
I'd say Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Maybe the pre-aborted version of Matthew McConaughey.
He looks fucking evil.
Well, there's
Maybe
already
the
the
da-
intro.
Maybe the Dallas Buyers Club version of Matthew McConaughey.
How the fuck old is that dude? He looks like he's in his 30s. Well, not
She has
really.
no gag reflex and can unhinge her jaw.
I like that.
You know what? She also
Suck my
reminds
dick
me of
just
this.
for old time's sake.
She reminds me of that that thing in Scrubs when he imagines the women screaming. It's like, "Eh!" and the whole fucking hospital is just getting blown away by their women's screams. She looks like she's just screaming somebody's fucking head off. Or that scream from Arrow, that the canary cry or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like.
And I told her she just had a new meeting under my desk. Joker and his new strumpet.
Even after I lost, they still got me one in the White House. Or they still got me in the White House. My pullout game is better than Biden's.
She promised to teach me how to give a good BJ, so maybe one day I can be a senator too.
Get a load of this camel toe. What is she holding? Is that a fucking iPod or something like that?
I don't know, phone or something. Maybe a pacemaker.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
looking at
it's
something.
Biden's pacemaker.
It's Biden's self-destruct button.
I've got one myself, but I have to wait and just to make sure that no one steals it from me.
Can you believe the audacity of this cock sleeve thinking she can be president?
I mean, she's gonna be president, whether you want her to or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Joe
Especially-
Biden can last another 3 years easily.
Oh, I think that
Of
after the
course.
bullshit that he pulled yesterday, I don't think that he's going to be very well liked at all. So they're going to try to get rid of his ass as soon as possible.
Yeah. Let's see. It don't seem to be any more rolling in, so I think I'll call it there.
See, mine would have been, I gave her that pearl necklace.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. I vote for Moonshock.
I think I might have to go with. She promised to teach me how to give a good BJ, so maybe one day I can be a senator too.
I concur.
I don't know. There were a lot of good ones. I can't decide.
I think I'd just go cannibalistic wizard. The pull-out joke is it's a standard, but you know, it's pretty funny here.
She sucked my dick just for old time's sake. I like that one.
I'll go with cannibalistic wizards too.
All right, so we got a tie. So Moon, I think.
Between the two of those. Yeah, I'll do the BJ one.
All right. So this week's winner is Cracker Rob.
Yay!
At least it wasn't Nigga Jim.
Let's go out and sit behind the darkies.
All right, I'll just copy that down and tweet it out after the show.
Does he have like a Joker face going on right there too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Like I say, he looks like Max Headroom.
Like specifically the Jack Nicholson Joker.
Yes, yes.
All right. And now on to our third article. I'm
I'm
not a
going to give
woman.
you AIDS, Mr. J.
I'm not a womanist. I'm a feminist.
Oh,
Oh,
a
God.
womanist? The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Yes,
Oh, what
it's
do we got?
because
Jen
I'm white.
Finnegan.
And I have a dead body over my shoulder.
No, I think she is the dead body because she said she's white, and so she's got to be the one draped over the dark lady's shoulder.
Oh,
She's-
she's
like albino.
Canadian.
To celebrate her 50th birthday, one of my friends decided to interview 50 people over the next year. Wow, she really knows how to party. The interviews are genuine, unplanned, and absolutely beautiful. In one of the interviews, the interviewee, who is also a friend of mine, identified herself as a womanist. This interested me. I had heard the term here and there, but never took the time to research it thoroughly. A womanist. Unlike feminism, the word womanism has a romantic, buttery feel to it. It's strong.
Oh,
It's a statement, but it also melts in your mouth. Some words just have a feel to them, you know?
Yeah, quit your melting.
All right.
But whenever I hear buttery in a context like this, I think of Sandman and his claims of butter-centered mind control vaginas, which
Well,
is like the best thing in the world.
Now, my question is how she got 25 of those cats to actually sit still for an interview.
I wondered, is this a modern term for a more inclusive wave of feminism? Oh god, this part's gonna be challenging. Is this a way to include 2 Slugba plus folks?
Hang on, they didn't use an X in folks. We can't read the rest of this article. They're bigots.
Yeah. All right, so wow, they added 2S plus they put it in the front.
Well, and I also put a link to her page so we'd all see what she looks like.
Yeah, we can see it from there. We're good.
Well, the truth is that womanism is not just a beautiful word. It's a beautiful movement that benefits all. But
It's also a fake word.
But is it for everyone? No,
Yes.
and there's a reason for that. What is womanism? The feminist.
I would laugh if after what is womanism, the article just said bullshit and ended.
Greatest article ever.
The feminist movement had diverse origins, but has progressed as a predominantly white middle-class movement. Today, its failure to highlight, champion, and include all experiences where race, gender, and class intersect has caused it to have somewhat of a bad reputation. Womanism, on
That's
the
why
other
people
hand...
don't like it. That's the reason.
Yep,
People don't
that's
like
the
feminism.
only reason.
I wonder if she gets a damn about her bad reputation.
We'll have to
Womanism,
ask Joan Jett.
or if she likes rock and roll.
She can only hope.
Womanism, on the other hand, centers experiences of black women, men, and family.
Okay.
Essentially-
Wait. She didn't capitalize black. Fucking racist.
But why would womanism have anything to do with men? Like they had something of a claim with feminism, like because they don't explicitly state, women, but like
If you look at
womanism has
if you
nothing to
look
do
at
with
the
men.
core-
By the title.
if you look at the core of the word womanism, there's a man right in the middle.
Okay, fair point. I stand corrected.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Essentially, womanism is a space for black people, specifically black women, to fight for
What?
gender and racial equality where their cultural experiences and values are centered.
Who the fuck is saying that? Never mind.
Can you be a womanist if you're white?
No.
If you're white, I think you need to be mindful of how you operate within the space of womanism.
I think we need to shut the hell up.
Mindfulness is just double speak for these people. When they say be mindful, they're really saying don't believe this at all.
I like how she's basically saying, know your place, white people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White women tend to take up space in areas where they shouldn't. I mean, I agree with that part, but in the fight for gender equality, white women tend to forget
Sorry.
White women tend to forget that just because you are oppressed in one area, gender, doesn't mean you aren't privileged in another, race.
Jaeger Pony says, how long until we reach vaginism?
Well, yeah, but that wouldn't be just towards women, though, because it's not
Yeah.
just women who have vaginas.
That is true. Yeah. Sorry, but we're going to have to veto that little that term.
But I think vaginism is just when you don't eat meat, isn't it?
Yes.
For the most part, I don't think white women intentionally try to center themselves. I just think they are used to being centered. I think the prioritization of white women over women of color has been reinforced subconsciously through generations of systemic oppression.
Terry, she spelled color your way.
Well, okay, so she's gaining a few points in my book. We'll have to see how she pronounces Z before I'm willing to give her a true break, though.
See,
Well, she is Canadian, and it's World War Z.
Yes, it is.
as a result, white women are ignorant of their internalized white superiority. If white women come gallivanting in saying I'm a womanist, whether it's with the best of intentions in supporting black women or not, i.e. performative allyship, there's a strong possibility that what happened in the feminist movement will be recreated in the womanist movement. Womanism could become white-centric.
No, because that is not a word. First of all,
Why is that such a threat that something has white people in it?
because white people are the devil.
I like to think that she just wants to make an excuse for herself not hanging out with black people.
Well, feminism is the blaxploitation version of womanism. So says Jaeger Pony.
The one thing I don't think we discuss enough when it comes to white allyship is that it's okay not to be involved in some things. Allyship isn't about inserting yourself into everything and fighting for the cause.
Yeah, no.
You could have fooled me. I think white people struggle with this sometimes, but it is possible to support something without being a part of it. It's similar to the difference between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation. White people are used to taking what isn't ours. Colonialism is a prime example. But even today, our privilege makes us ignorant, and even with the best intentions, we can overstep. This is why I think it's so important that white women support womanism without identifying as a womanist. I'm a feminist and not a womanist, simply because I'm not a black woman.
Ugh. Can you crawl up your ass a little further? I think you missed a spot.
There's
Well,
more space for
well-
you in the back.
Well, she just said it's not about inserting yourself.
Yeah.
I think womanism is a beautiful movement. It creates a space for black women that supports their values and links feminism with anti-racism and family. I think black women should have the right to keep that space for themselves. I don't want to insert myself as a white woman. Instead, I will
I was going to say, so it supports the values between feminism and racism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
And
being a
and
feminist, but
family.
it's being a feminist, but also being more racist.
Yeah, there's nothing better than teaching the hellions, to you can support something and hate them at the same time.
Yeah. Like, how do I support them, but without having to be near black people? Instead, I will continue to operate in the space of feminism, while being a huge cheerleader and supporter of womanism from the sidelines. What about other women of color? I live in Canada, and still I feel the effects of America in discussions surrounding social justice, particularly when it comes to race. I find the American influence tends to lead conversations on race and holds a lens that focuses on black people and white people. But what about everyone else? I feel that doing so is almost an act of exclusion for non-black people of color.
Non-black,
No,
whatever.
The research
what?
The research is confusing, you don't say. As some references of womanism specifically state it is a movement centering black women. Others state that it is a space for all women of color. Merriam-Webster defines it as a form of
Oh
feminism
God.
focused especially on the conditions and concerns of black women. However, womanism obviously benefits all people of color, as well as society as a whole. Still, I worry that other women of color are being left out of the conversation, with no space to highlight their individual and cultural experiences. To be clear, this is not because of womanism, it's because of feminism. It's a reminder that feminism needs to become a more inclusive space for people of color.
And for that, we must take out the darkies.
They're just saying words in different order. I feel like I'm just listening to the same 5 words in different order, and it's supposed to make sense every time, but it just doesn't.
So like an AC/DC album.
Yeah, pretty much.
Instead of walking into the space of womanism, we should focus on reinventing feminism to be the inclusive movement it intended to be. The movement it should have been from the start. Well, that wouldn't be the movement it was intended to be then. White feminists are not only guilty of excluding black women and families, they are guilty of excluding anyone that falls outside the intersection of white, female, and middle class, even if it's unintentional. Components of individual identity such as age, sexual orientation, gender, expression, religion, and class need to be centered.
All I'm hearing is blah 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 blah. blah.
Well, that's because Frost had said it that way. He didn't actually read the article.
Feminism is about gender equality. You can't fight
No, it's
for
not.
gender. No, she just said it, so it's true.
Oh, sorry.
What didn't you hear? She referenced Webster's dictionary.
Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
That's right. You can't fight for gender equality without considering all of the other ways oppression exists within our society. Maybe part of the problem is the focus on gender. By focusing on gender, we inadvertently ignore other factors of individual identity, which may change our experiences within gender. Maybe feminism needs to adapt to fight for equality, not just gender equality.
Feminism, gender equality. Feminism, exclusion of people of color. White people. Spaces of color, gender equality. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
This article is boring as fuck.
I want you to write me an article. I'll give you $5,000. All right.
I'll be able to give you $5 off of this.
I think the most important part of any TED Talk, is taking Scribe's video on the TED Talk down afterwards. Because
Yeah,
we've got to file that
what's the
copyright
deal
claim.
with that? They keep hitting him.
It's copyright stuff. They apparently don't understand fair use.
No, they understand fair use. They just don't care because
Even though he
YouTube's
stops
not
like
going to
every
do
5
anything about it.
seconds.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time for the last game of the night.
And the best game of the night.
And that is Po or No Gender Edition.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go.
I'm waiting
We're
for
all-
womanist gender.
It's happening, folks.
Where I'll give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up. And you have to figure out which one is made up.
Oh, God.
And I'll even give short descriptions of each gender.
Ah, dear God.
The descriptions are the best bit.
All right, so gender 1. Bioluminescent.
Oh no.
A gender that feels connected to bioluminescent fish and other creatures.
That is fucked up.
So the
That's
FBI gender, in other words,
The glow-in-the-darks, yeah.
the glowies.
Gender B. Sonic EXE gender.
What the hell?
A gender that is connected to any and all versions of the creepypasta Sonic.exe.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that one is 100% real. I will tell you that right now. 100%.
Yeah, your opponent says I'm anglerfish gender.
Yeah.
And gender
Frosted, if B is the fake one, then I'm going to have to kill you because you're too good at this now.
Well, the chat was right. You are going to snap first.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
this isn't even about that. This is about the good of society, because society is not prepared to have a man that is this diabolical.
That's how manifestos start there, Jack.
All right. And gender C, microwave gender. Xenogender, where one's gender feels strongly connected to microwaves.
My God,
You know-
my hot pocket somehow.
No, I was gonna
All
say I can picture Frosted like nuking a hot pocket like, oh, microwave gender. Okay.
No,
And I'll start the poll so that the chat can get in on it.
I think that microwave gender is real on the basis that there's got to be a flag. And after this, Frosted is going to show us the microwave flag and is going to be the most autistic fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. So I'm going to say that A is fake.
I have to agree. I think the A is fake. And I have to ask, what the fuck does Korik mean?
It's just a way of saying
Nothing.
gender.
Oh, okay.
It means nothing. None of this means anything, Moon.
For me, I'm using my standard rule. I go for the one that sounds the least retarded, and so I've got to go microwave gender.
Microwave gender sounds the least retarded.
And
Well,
Microwave
that's like picking the most intelligent person out of the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
I'll take a bold stance and say that B is fake.
Oh, I do have to ask, if there is such a thing as a dishwasher gender, would that just be known as a woman?
Yes.
Oh.
that's just called being a straight woman.
Well, it's like the double XY. I mean, chances are it's going to be a woman.
Double XY is considered a Klinefelter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it looks like the chat leaned A, and the answer is A is fake.
Yes!
That's 2 weeks in a row.
I am too good at this game. I can smell it on you.
But now we're gonna have to see a flag, what looks like a fucking Maytag microwave.
Okay, show us the picture. I want to see a microwave gender flag, motherfucker.
I want to see the Sonic flag.
All right, well, here's Sonic EXE.
Oh, lag delay.
Yes.
We're waiting.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
lame.
god.
That is lame.
Lame.
I'm disappointed. I wanted like bad paint MS Paint crap on there.
Yeah, that's just lazy.
Get us some Sonic 4 or I
the fuck?
I don't care.
And there's microwave gender.
That's even worse.
God, what happened to your creativity?
No shit. I wanted a picture of a really bad placed
they
laser into a
used-
microwave.
They used all their creativity coming up with the bullshit gender. They were tapped out when it came to designing the flag.
No,
But
if you're
They
I'm sorry.
identify with microwaves. Do you think they're creative?
Now, if you're coming up with Sonic EXE gender, there's 99% chance that you have bad fan art on DeviantArt somewhere. You can come up with something better than that.
I'm pretty sure anyone who comes up with these genders has DeviantArt accounts.
There needs to be a Jonathan Frakes gender.
I'm sure there is.
Or
Frank
Riker.
Frank
Riker.
Korik.
Do like
Number two
Riker,
gender.
Riker Korik. There you go.
It's a gender where you just ask random questions of people.
No, Riker gender is when a Japanese person likes something.
Hi, Riker.
Not to be
Gender.
not to be confused with Reich gender, which is popular in Germany.
Especially around, I don't know, about the 30s and 40s. Or before then.
All right.
Well,
And
Will It
for-
Forge has an interesting confession in chat.
It likes to fail art class.
That Will It Forge is confessing to owning a DeviantArt account.
I actually got
Oh.
full disclosure. I actually got my start on the internet over DeviantArt.
So we have to stop being friends with Jack too.
Yeah, sorry.
Faithless does say, I was expecting some pizza and splatter for the microwave gender, probably.
Well, yeah, but Will It Forge does actual painting, right? So
Yes.
I doubt
Yeah.
his is slash fic of cartoon characters going down on each other.
Yeah, it's
Guild
not
Play
MS
Association is the order of the day in 2021.
No,
So it's
no,
very well-
It's not MS Paint Vor, so I guess
you can't have that sort of stuff on DeviantArt. You're thinking of Fur Affinity.
Jack is an authority of sorts.
Hey, what can I say? I'm a very well-rounded man. I'm a man of the world.
you're a
cultured.
Because we know
traditionalist.
you're well-rounded, Jack. We've seen the photos.
Oh, boo!
All right. And now time for the last article. Oh,
Doggos agree.
And Moonshock's
Hellhounds.
dog is gonna read it for us.
all right. And our final article, and I swear I found this article before I invited Johnny on. Or no,
Uh-huh.
afterwards. Sorry, afterwards. Skyback. Decolonizing the night.
Skyback.
What? What?
What is
What?
Jeff
What?
Clee?
Why? Why? How? What? Decolonize this is the night. Every creature on Earth experiences it. How on Earth is it colonized? It was never colonized. What is this? Is this a space travel thing? Are you about to go on a space
Stop.
rant about Elon Musk? Why?
Stars,
Quick,
stars are
take the
white,
guns away.
Yeah, that
Jack,
poll is
stars
looking
are
more
white.
accurate by the second.
Why? How? What? What? I'm not
Yeah,
even
but-
angry. I'm just shocked and confused.
And appropriately enough for our regular, the moon is also white. So, I mean, it's about as colonized as you get.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When I bought my home, I didn't fully understand that I was purchasing stolen land. I mean, I understood that I was purchasing land that had been stolen at some point, but I thought that it was a done deal, that the sins of the past had washed right off the hard pan clay of the valley floor. I thought about replacing the knob and tube wiring, not rectifying intergenerational crimes. It's a cute bungalow, 100 years old this year. It occupies land taken from the Ute, Goshute, Paiute, and Shoshone tribes.
Whoever the fuck they are.
Are any of those you, Johnny?
No.
Don't spit me.
I was a late 20s white public school teacher. Oh, I'm shocked. Astonished that dominant culture conspired to allow me to qualify for a mortgage. My
Jesus
world felt
Christ.
my
That
world
five head definitely looks like a school teacher's five head.
My world felt massive, unwieldy, and impersonal as it took shape. I focused on survival in a financial sense. 100 years felt like a very long time ago.
Well, it was.
The house isn't
Before you continue, this woman is a certified social worker in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Well,
And she's
I
also
I-
what she calls a capacity building therapist.
I will agree that she is certifiable.
Yeah.
And I put a link to her little about page in chat.
The house isn't exactly haunted, but it's not haunted either.
I'm not saying it's haunted, but it's haunted.
Yes.
I, on the other hand, am increasingly haunted, as I should be. The first time I heard a land acknowledgement was the first time I heard Dr. Angela Davis speak. At the time, I understood land acknowledgement as a nice gesture. It felt important and strange. While it did accomplish raising my own awareness, for which I'm grateful, I could anticipate that native audience members could feel it as a jab. Land acknowledgement is not treaties restored. I could anticipate a native response as going something like, "Yep, we know. Thanks for rubbing that in."
Can I just say, this person probably watched the movie Poltergeist and was rooting for the house.
Or thought it was based on a true story. As I learned more about the myth of white supremacy and actionable alternatives, I worked to decolonize my classroom, my counseling space, my own
Wait,
white
so she
mental...
admits that white supremacy is a myth? So, like, there is no white supremacy in the United States?
I'm guessing
Then-
she means, like, the myth that white people are better.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I don't know.
Wow.
Let's see. My own white mental, emotional, and spiritual innards. I read Tuck and Yang's 2012 paper, Tuck and Yang. Tuck and Yang, they're cops. 2012 paper, Decolonization is Not a Metaphor, which states that because land is the physical scene of colonization crimes and the very crime of colonization itself, there can't be decolonization without the meaningful, concrete return of land back. Of all the ways I'm haunted, I'm grateful that shame, particularly white shame, hasn't consistently chained itself to me. I'm okay, even in all of the ways my white self is flawed.
But she's not shamed.
Yeah, there's no shame. It's okay that I'll continue to make mistakes and work earnestly to fix them. It's okay that I stay in this house until I die.
That's stolen house.
Did the dog just shout what?
It's okay that I'll stay in my house with my cats, with my 30 cats, with my 32 cats, with my 34 cats.
Well, the thing is, I'll actually give this woman credit only for a teensy bit because she actually capitalized the W in white.
I'm sure that was a typo.
Yeah, well, she does it several times though, so you know.
And I like how she's like, "Oh, I'll stay in this house until I die, but we need to give the land back."
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to decolonize as soon as I'm not here to do it.
Yeah, just these people are unreal. They are so full of shit, and they know they're full of shit. You can't act this way, be all hoity-toity and high and mighty, and simultaneously not actually be willing to face the repercussions of your own beliefs without being disingenuous, without knowing you're disingenuous at some level.
You can have your land back, just not my land.
Yeah.
Just
Part of the
everything around my land.
Yes.
Part of the reason that white shame may have passed over my door is that I've been ready to release my stakes in the dominant culture game in a major category. I decided not to have kids. While I understood
Wow! We're all so disappointed.
She
Everyone-
decided.
Everyone, please express how disappointed you are that this person decided not to donate to the gene pool.
Yeah, she decided. It was so stunning, so brave, such a heroic choice that she made not to have kids. Oh my
I
god!
personally hope that all medium writers decide to be as brave and stunning as this woman.
Well, is it her fault that every date she's had wound up with them just flying by the table?
Well, I understood that the world doesn't need the additional mediocre white humans I would make.
Ugh.
Wow.
Sounds like
Holy
you don't talk to
Holy
me.
shit. That is the most insane thing I've ever heard a human being say. That's the most racist thing I've ever heard a human being say. Calling your own potential children mediocre for being white? Are you kidding me?
Well, maybe she's just saying they're mediocre because they're hers. I
Yeah.
mean,
aren't
there's an upper limit to how good any kids that come out of her are going to be.
aren't babies in the womb considered parasites anyway by these people?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
and that's
Yeah,
why you
this is
tell your
true.
kids you wish you never had them.
That is so incredibly disappointing to me that a human being can say that about their own prospective children, that they're mediocre white people. Holy shit.
Let's see. So, while I understood that the world doesn't need the additional mediocre white humans I would make, and that childlessness would allow me to participate fully in public education without a dog in the fight, I didn't understand that my decision to not make people would also free the way I consider legacy. I
She
get to
should
leave.
join the Church of Euthanasia. Yeah, your pony, shame on you.
I get to leave my little tenth of an acre to the land back movement, and I don't have to break that news to any of my children. I get to be in conversation with groups like the Ute Land Trust about when and how that will work.
Tenth of
I
an acre,
think it's
you don't have
pronounced ute.
shit.
It's short for utility vehicle.
Did
What
you
was
give
that,
up her
Terry?
grammar skills as well?
I think it's pronounced ute. It's short for utility vehicle.
Decolonizing this place will not be a metaphor.
It's the neighbor of the Jeep Cherokee.
Yes, exactly.
Women in my family live for a long, long time. Were you an elf?
Oh.
Having made this land back decision, I am living in a borrowed home and will likely be for decades. Appropriately, I'm haunted by the question that follows. What am I doing to support land back efforts in the intervening however many years I've got left? From this borrowed home, I frequently step out into the night to wonder about things like this. When I
Wearing
do
a mask, I hope.
Yeah. When I do so, I continue to be haunted by the stars that I cannot see.
Aww. Yet somehow you find the courage to go on living.
You know, what this woman has preached effectively in this article is eugenics.
Seriously.
Yeah, just
Actual,
white people shouldn't breed.
yeah, unironic eugenics. In fact, this is one of the form they practice genocide over in China is by forcing Uyghur Muslims not to breed. That is their form of genocide. They will have people in the room forcing these people not to have sex with each other in order that they not procreate. This is all just par for the course from this side of the aisle. It's eugenics all over. And guess what? It was this exact side of the aisle that began the discussion about eugenics. And it's happening all over again.
As long as it's eugenics, not megenics, I'm fine.
Remember, there's no eugenics without you. At the time of this writing, 80% of humanity can no longer see the Milky Way from their homes. Light pollution, an entirely solvable challenge, not only makes stars less visible, but also wastes energy and money, negatively impacts human mental and physical health, disrupts ecological processes, and is most concentrated in poor communities of color.
So
Here's an idea. Move out of the fucking city.
So if there's light pollution, is there also dark pollution?
Yes, there is. We call them ghettos.
Wow.
The opinions of my co-host do not necessarily represent.
Yes, they do.
The repeated opinions of my co-host.
As my home sits on land intentionally stolen by specific individuals, my eyes search for stars inadvertently stolen by modern convenience, the LED revolution, and a lack of awareness of what it means to lose the stars.
Does she mean Mormons?
It's funny you should say that because she is actually an expert at basically almost every religion, including atheism, because atheism is a religion. Didn't you know?
While I am planning to return my home to native communities once I die, I can start working to return the cosmos to everyone right now.
And how exactly would you? It was like, hey, look, the Hopi Nation. I identify, or I officially sign my house over to you. Okay, who's gonna take it? They're just gonna be like, oh, okay, hey, look, another 8,000 square feet. Thank you.
Johnny, I think you should get in touch with the author after the stream.
Yeah, free house.
It's like I identify as an indigenous person. Give me your house.
He doesn't have to identify. He is one.
I am.
Well, I know, but still, people have to identify, because that's the way things are.
I'm getting a card and everything.
A card-carrying Native American.
Yeah, I love that Camel has a legitimate race card that he can pull. That is amazing.
Yeah. And to think black people can't even get IDs.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, I'm still waiting for my white privilege card to arrive in the mail. I mean, after 47 years, it still hasn't gotten here. So I figured.
And you don't have to worry about offending any of the black people because they don't have access to the internet. So
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Do they all have refrigerators? Since that's a human right.
If only the poor black people could finally get the computers or the DMV that they needed.
So,
yeah, I know.
Well, if black people are so put down in all this in this country, I guess Oprah and Michael Jordan, all those rich black folks that play the sports, are they just
internalized white supremacy, Moonshock?
Got it. Sorry.
Yep.
What was I thinking?
We might as well just switch the NBA to the zoo.
Well, you know what the N in NBA stands for, right? It ain't national.
Because that's where all the monkeys are.
Neanderthal?
It's nice. It's the nice basketball league.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Terry.
The nice neighborhood basketball league.
As more than 70% of native people currently live in off-reservation urban areas, I don't mean this work as metaphorical decolonization either. Being disconnected from the cosmos means being disconnected from our cosmologies. As a white woman, it's less my work to worry about what those tribe-specific star stories are. It's certainly not my business to tell those stories badly and without permission. Rather, it's my obligation to do what I can to remove the barriers that prevent tribal members, recognized or not, to share each other's star stories. To be with an ancestral cosmos, to share the starry sky.
Johnny, do you have star stories? Do you have?
One time I met Alec Baldwin.
Do you want to be one with the ancestral cosmos? Do you want to share the starry sky?
No, we are not part of the Wyoming tribe that was ascended to the heavens on Devil's Tower. So yeah,
of course.
No, I gotta join the eternity by jumping in a lake.
Yeah, I bet she's just mad her neighbors put up a lot of Christmas lights. Now she's spun What now? She's spun off wine into wine fueled madness with this diatribe.
Yeah.
And fuck Christmas.
Christmas is a white man's holiday.
And cancel Christmas.
Yes, and call off Christmas.
I support the land back movement. One of the concrete ways I can do so right now is by working towards skyback.
What?
By making sure that my lights are only on when I need them, pointed down, shielded to prevent glare, and radiating a warm amber color, I can make steps towards ecological alignment.
Wow.
By working with the internet...
Do you own a cathode ray TV then?
It's like...
don't want those blue lights.
How many lights...
That's right. I do have a star story. I have met the Unabomber.
Oh, there you go. It's, all this talk of land back and sky back. That's why one of the biggest criticisms of Gwen Stefani is she ain't no hollaback girl.
No, see, I can see this woman living in a house that has like one of those old 1950s, those gigantic, heavy as fuck kind of TVs. It's like an old cathode ray tube TV, and she's got nothing but incandescent light bulbs. Like everything in her house is really fucking inefficient energy wise.
Well, with land back and sky back, I'm just worried what they would call it if they wanted to give water back.
Or leatherback.
Ask those in the North Dakota.
And if she's, how many lights does she have that she can make a difference on whether natives can see the sky?
One. She has one room with one light bulb in the ceiling.
On a 1/10 of an acre. Yeah. That's not a big place.
Maybe
Does
she
she
lives
have
in a
Hollywood premiere spotlights pointing at the sky 24/7?
Well, who do you think designed the 20th century logo?
There you go.
Stop. You're fine.
By working with the International Dark Sky Association and my local community and city councils to make sure that those same agreements are enacted with commercial and municipal lighting, I can strive for sky back on a community-wide scale. When I bought my home, I didn't know how much I'd come to miss the stars. It's a painful thing to be so close, yet so disconnected from something you love so dearly.
Then fucking move back, you dumb bitch. It's that easy. Good God. I don't see the sky anymore. I want to be the sky back there. Then fucking move. No one's forcing you to stay there.
My native neighbors know this pain a millionfold more than I. The whole continent is haunted by this pain, which can linger in intergenerational memory far longer than unreinforced masonry can stand.
All right, so hold on. First of all, Johnny, are you lingering in this intergenerational memory in all this pain? Are you constantly in pain for what this country is going through and what they've done to your people?
Well, I am in pain, but I think that's the fact that I'm 40.
Oh, no, that's not right. You have to be in pain generationally. See, you have to feel your ancestors' pain too. It's required.
Like, do the stars power you up like the sun with Superman?
Could you stop this savage interrogation of Johnny? It's not nice.
Yeah, are you like fucking Wally? You have solar panels that open up the recharge. Well, they're powered by starlight instead of like the night sky, not the sun itself during the day. It's like, this is that dark sky. I need the dark energy.
I am haunted.
They had a more native version of Wally, but they didn't want to call it Wampum.
Oh.
And when you go into your TP at night to go to sleep, do you just feel like, those?
Once again, that's a wrong tribe.
Okay, fine. When you go to sleep in your wigwam at night, do you? No, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, this woman is completely convoluted about the whole point of what she's trying to make here. This is stupid. This makes absolutely no sense to me. But
it's a Medium article. Why were you expecting it to make sense?
Sorry, I guess I keep out some semblance of optimism that maybe one day Frosted would actually kind of fuck with us in the head and be like, "This is actually a good Medium article," but there's no such thing.
It is a 10 years in a dark cave white woman talking about natives. So, like,
I am haunted by all that I cannot rectify, and empowered by opportunities to try, returning the night sky to all those whose right it is to see it, particularly returning the stars to those whose land I occupy, is a sacred obligation.
and
Then-
every native clapped.
Then do it. If she feels so fucking guilty that I'm on these people's land I occupy, then give it back to them now. Otherwise,
But she's still
it'll
using it.
stop your living in guilt. Oh my god, I'm living in guilt because I'm stealing people's land.
She's using it. Like,
Oh shit! Comment time.
I wonder if Medium is gonna like ban him from subscribing or something.
You're far too hard on yourself. Your mediocre children, or should they be would-be mediocre children?
Wow.
She said that she doesn't have any children, right?
have you gotten any replies from your comments?
Yeah, occasionally. Well, I said would be.
I didn't see it there.
I said your mediocre children would be.
Oh, what
perfectly
I would
lovely.
have said like would have been. Yes, but have you gotten any replies on these? Because these are fantastic.
Well, if her eggs weren't dusty by the time she plans on having kids.
She looks at her ovaries and they just go.
The eggs come out, they already have a face on them, and it looks like it's got downs.
It's like you remember that cartoon Dune Buggy?
Oh yeah.
That's how her ovaries sound when they're producing.
I still like so they just explode into a big dust cloud.
I'm just picturing that when she finally can look up in a starry sky, like the ghost of Mufasa appears to her.
And then the word sex appears like in the Disney, like in Lion King. Oh, wait, that's not the word sex. It sure as fuck looks like it.
I think it was meant to be SFX, as in like
Yes.
special effects.
Yeah.
At least that's what their defense is. That's what they're claiming.
Yeah, but you can see that it's clearly SEX.
All right.
And I think my favorite one of those was the erection in the Little Mermaid's priest.
Yeah, that's creepy as fuck. In the
It's
background.
meant to be it's meant to be his knee or something, but the way it's drawn, it looks like
Yeah. It was like a big phallic shape, but didn't they actually correct that?
No. There was two. Like there was like the penis-shaped spire in like one of the castles, but there was also like a priest guy, and the way his knee was positioned, it looked like a boner.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, that's all I had for tonight, gentlemen. So, going to take a moment to shill my co-host and guest. Jack Gunsky has Quippers United on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yay.
Moonshock has his Twitch channel where he streams games that aren't as good as Super Seducer, linked in the
And
description.
he should fix that.
Let's see. Terry is on Johnny Hellcat streams. He is on Della Hazed and One Ton Hammer's Minion streams. He's on
he spreads like cream
Six
cheese.
is Sober streams. He's on Quippers United. Am I missing anything?
And he spreads like cream cheese.
I think you got everything. If you missed anything, I missed it too.
All right. And anything you want to shill, Johnny?
Let's see. I'm on Minions on Thursdays, and I think as far as it goes, that's all I got planned so far.
All right. Well, we'll be back again next week, same time, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good night.